morning. Today we're going to do a class with the Theraband, which is the long thin band, quite stretchy band. You're going to need to make a little knot at the end of it, or if you have a little sandwich bag clip, you can clip it at the end. We're going to need that during the class. And today I'm using the light one, but if you feel stronger you can use a medium or even a harder one, but we can use it for the arms, so probably best to use the light or the medium. As usual, I will be giving different levels. I will start with a lower level first and move up with different challenges. So just follow me, or if you feel that the challenge is a bit too much, just stay at the lower level, and remember you can stop whenever you want to, and listen to your body. You know it better than I do. So yeah, let's start today then. So we're going to start with a bit of stretching first and setting our position. So our feet together, opening our toes and opening our heels, setting the weight underneath each foot, finding the weight, making it centered and even under each foot. Soft knee, hands on our hips, and we're going to move our bucket of water back and forth, flowing the water on our toes and on our heels, keeping the trunk nice and still. We're doing it to mobilize the lower spine to start with, making that nice and supple. And then we're going to reduce each movement nice and slowly until we come to the midpoint where our pelvis is nice and centered. Relax the arms to the side, roll your shoulders back and glide your shoulder blades to your bottom. Chin tucked to your chest, neck, nice neck, long neck, and head pulled by the hillion below towards the ceiling, making us nice and tall. We're going to start by taking a breath in, and as you're breathing out, we wake up those core muscles by zipping from the back through to the front, feeling a gentle lift of our core, pelvic floor muscles lifting to our hearts. Breathing in and breathing out. This time we're going to try to squeeze into our jeans, trying to pull those little lower tummy muscles towards our spine as we're trying to squeeze to those jeans. Breath in, breathing out, using whichever method, whether it's zipping from the back through to the front, engaging through, or whether it is squeezing into your jeans, trying to bring those two hip bones together. Breath in and breathing out to engage. Excellent. We're trying to keep that engagement. We can clasp our hands together, bring our hands to the front and push the hands away, look to the floor. Stretch out upper back, breath in. Breathing out to come up to the ceiling. Breathe in to stretch up and out, open wide. Breathing in, clasp your hands together, out to come to the front. Breath in to look down and stretch forward. Breathing out, bring to the top, in to stretch up, out, open to the side. And again, clasp your hands together, breathing out to come up, in to stretch forward, out to lift to the ceiling, and in to stretch up, and out to the side. I'm going to have a big circle. Breathe in, and out, and in, and out. One more, and out, and we're going to go the other way. Breathing out, and in, out, and in. Last one, and in. And we're going to step up. We're going to breathe in, breathing out. We're going to reach one hand to the ceiling, look up, breathe in to hold, and out to return. Breathing out, stretch and look, breathe in to hold, and out to return. Breathing up, in to hold, out to return. Last one. Breathing out, stretch in to hold, and out to return. And big arm circle down. Shoulder roll behind. Perfect. I'm going to bend our knees a little bit more. I'm going to zip to the side, look to the ceiling, reach up, bend from the side like a banana, reach your top hand. I'm going to roll forward, roll to the front, and roll back up. Shoulders back, knees bent, zip up, breathe in, and slide to the side. Breathe in, roll forward, and roll to the front. Hang in there, and roll back. Breathing out, zip. Breathe in, slide to the side and reach. Breathe it out, roll forward, and come back up. Breathe in, breathe out, zip and reach to the side. Breathe in and reach. We're going to roll forward, and this time we're going to stay forward. Hang in there, roll a bit further down to go and grab our band. Use a roll down to come back up. Shoulders back. We're going to put our band around our waist, like so. Hold it into our hands, quite tight. And we're going to pull it so that elbows are in line with our waist, palms up. Perfect. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out, we're going to zip from the front, squeezing to those jeans as we open to the side. And breathe in, return. Breathing out. And in. Laughing or smiling with your collarbone. Keeping the elbows to the waist. This time, as we open, we're going to glide to our toes and come back down. Using our core muscles to glide up, keeping the toes nice and relaxed. Using our bottom to keep our balance. We're being sucked up to the ceiling. Zipping from the front to help with our balance. One more. I'm going to put myself to the side so you can see the position. This time we're going to do our foot series. So we're going to glide and bend our knees. Glide down as we open. Stay there. Come to your toes. Reach up to the ceiling. Lower down your heels. Bring your arms back to center. Open and glide. Bend your knees. Stay. Come to your toes. Reach and close. Come back down. Down. Toes. Reach and close and back down. Knees. Toes. Reach and down. Knees open, reach, toes, reach and close. One more. Down, bend your knees, come to your toes and reach and come back up. We're going to do the reverse. So as we open, we glide up to your toes, stay on your toes and glide down to your, bending your knees, lower your heels, squeeze back up, reach, down, heels, reach up, reach, down, heels, squeeze back up, reach, down, heels, squeeze back up. We're going to do one and the other. I'm going to start by bending down first, gliding against that wall, come to your toes, reach up, come back down. And then reach to sitting, come to your toes, stay on your toes, glide down, heels down, reach back up, and back again, down, toes, reach, close, reach, knees, heels, and back up, down, toes, reach, close and down, reach up, knees, heels, and up. One more, and down, toes, reach, close, reach, knees, heels, and squeeze back up. Excellent. Flex your arms for a little bit. We're going to bring our feet into our wider squat. If the wider squat is finding a bit too difficult for you today, just stay in your normal position, okay, and do the same arm movements that we are going to do, but in your normal feet apart. Anyway, so for the ones who are going to do our wide stand, we're going to open our toes and open our heels, open our toes, our heels again, and our toes. Feet open outwards. Waist, elbows on our waist, bottom tucked under. We're going to come down, bring our toes to the outside, open up, reach, close, squeeze back up. Breathing out, come down, in, reach, back in, and squeeze back up. So if the waist stand is feeling a bit too tricky today, stay into your feet hip width apart and just reach and close back in. Open, reach, and back in. Open, down, reach, come back in, close up. Keep going. I'm going to show for the people who are staying in hip width how it would look like. You'll be in hip width and you're going to open, reach, close, and back to center. Open, reach, close, back to center. I'm going to do 4 more, whether it's wide stand or in hip width. 2, 3, and 4. We're going to stay in our wide stand if we are already on it, or either way. We're going to open, down, reach, stay in that position, and twist from the waist, hip forward to the side. Fold, back to center. Open, down, reach, squeeze to the side, and to the other side. Remember, if we're on our wide stand, we want that bottom tucked under. Hip forward, so pressing that right hip, and when we're turning to the right, and pressing the hip forward when we're turning to the left. In our hip width, it will look like so. Keep going, open, reach, hip, right hip forward, turn to the right. Left hip forward, turn to the left. Open, reach. Obviously, if you don't have a band, you can do all these exercises without the band. And relax down, well done. I'm going to bring the band in front of you. Give it a bit of tension. I'm going to put myself to the side so you can see. I'm going to do a bit of chair squat. Okay, so remember a chair squat is we want to shoot our bottom behind us if we wanted to sit down, creating a nice diagonal line with our bottom and our heads. Weight is on our heel. So we take a breath in to prepare. Breathing out, we can engage from the front and down, arms in front, and squeeze back up. Looking straight ahead. 8, 9, and 10. And back up. Well done. We're going to do a bit harder now. We're going to do our hundreds. We can come down to our chair squat. Bring the band across our hips and pull under the band with our hands behind. We're going to take a breath in to prepare. Breathing out, engage, and pulse these hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And squeeze back up. Perfect. Breath in to prepare. Let's go. Breathing out, engage, squat down, hand behind, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Just keeping that core engaged, zipping from the front, back through to the front. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squeeze back up. Well done. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to bring our band back around our waist. And this time we're going to do our one leg stand. So we're going to give you different levels. We're going to start with level 1. Take a breath in to prepare. Breathing out, engage. We can come up to our toes and reach forward. Breathe in, return. Breathing out, zip. Come to your toes and reach your hands forward. And back in. And up. And reach. And in. Keeping the hips level as we shift the weight from one foot to the other. Making sure the weight is in the middle of the standing foot. Perfect. This time we're going to hover the foot instead of staying on our toes and reach. Obviously stay in the toes if the hovering is finding a bit tricky. And hover and reach forward. Hover and reach forward. Breathing out, zip and reach. And this time I'm going to come up all the way to single tabletop and then reach forward. Single tabletop and reach. Single tabletop and reach. Breathing out, engage, single tabletop and reach forward. Remember, stay at the level that you're feeling comfortable with today. And this time we can add a little step. So you're going to come to single tabletop, step forward, come off of the floor with the back heel and reach forward. And back to hip width. Come up to either toes, hover or single tabletop, step, back heel off of the floor and reach. And we come back to hip width to start with. So whichever level we're at, lift, step and reach. Coming back and come up, step and reach. So we can come back to our single, to our hip width apart, or we can come back to our hover, or if you're really feeling strong today, we can come back to our single tabletop. All depends on our balance, how we feel. Oops, see, on this side, I'm a bit wobbly today. Okay, so stay at that level if that's hard enough. If you want extra work, just come along with me now as we come up to our single tabletop, step, and this time before reaching forward, we're going to bend down to our lunge, reach the hands, squeeze back up, come back to hip width, or to your hover, or to your single tabletop, whichever is feeling good for you today. Lunge, reach, squeeze back up and back, up, step, lunge, reach, and up and back, step, lunge, reach, up and squeeze back on. We'll do one more on each side on whichever level we're doing today. Squeeze back up. Lunge, reach, and squeeze up. Relax your arms, well done. Perfect. We're going to come to the end of our mat. We put the band onto the floor. All our keys elements in place. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out, chin to chest, rolling forward, one band at a time. Parallel the hips and the bottom. Bending our knees. Only going as far as we can, and once we've reached that point, we can lower ourselves down to our mat. And we're going to set up our band. So I have a little, what we call sandwich clip here, and I've clipped the two ends, not the two ends, I have folded one end of the band and just put the clip across it and clip it together to create a little loop for my feet. Okay? We're going to go on our belly first, where we've prepared the hoop for after. So we're going to put the band across our shoulder blades, just the bottom there, and hold the band with our two hands. We're going to lower ourselves onto the mat, onto our front, with our forehead resting onto our head cushion. Hands either side of us with the elbow lower than your shoulders. Okay? We're going to tuck our bottom under, start that pubic bone onto the floor. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out. We're going to zip from the front, trying to squeeze into those jeans. Or just imagine you've got a little ice cube just between your navel and your pubic bone, and you're reaching away from it, pulling your lower tummy muscles towards your spine. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out, keeping that engagement. And then we're going to hover the forehead off of the floor. Bring the breastbone off of the floor. And breathe in, return. Breathing out, engage. And in return. In. Breathing out, zip from the front and hover. Just imagine you've got a third eye on your forehead, and the third eye is directly looking to that, keeping your neck, back of the neck nice and long. Just stay at that level if that's hard enough. If you want a little extra challenge, oops, lost the band. We're going to come up, and as we come up, we're going to extend the arms and breathe in, return. Breathing out, engage, come hover and extend the arms at the same time. And breathe in, return. One more. Perfect. Leave your arms down. Take your band out away from your back. And then you're going to roll to your side, pushing with your hand. And push yourself up to sitting first. And you're going to put the top foot in the hoop. Okay? With a clip on top of the foot. And then you can slide the band between your two legs. Bend the feet and the knees, feet in line with your bottom. Okay? Arm long, cushion between your hand and your arm and your leg. You want the band quite tight. And the top hip, remember the top hip nice and long, so that the waist is lifted away from the mat, remembering that little gap between the mat and the waist. We take a breath in to prepare. The hand is holding the band just by our breastbone, trying to keep the shoulder away from our ears. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out, engage and zip. Come up the top leg. Bring it to 90 degrees. Flex the foot. Breath in. Breathing out. Going to push and against the band and breathe in. Return and push. Two more. 9. Last one, you're going to stay nice and long. Point your foot. Top leg nice and long. Keep that waist lifted. Breath in. Breathing out. Point. Breathing in. Flex and return. Point. Forward. In. Flex and return. Now draw your line with your toes and rub it off with your heel. Keeping the trunk and the pelvis in neutral. So no rocking. Keeping that core engagement, zipping up from the front. 2 more. 2. And last one. And we're going to stay nice and long. And we're going to do 5 circles. 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 5 circles the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knee, bend your knee. Lower your foot, let go of the band. Give your bottom a rub. And then you're going to roll onto your front with your helping your hand pushing. And come up to your hands and knees. And this time you're going to hold the band with the opposite hand to the foot. Okay? Hang on. Digging into my feet. You're holding the band with the opposite hand, setting a position, knees in line with our hips, bottom tucked under, shoulders, hands shoulder width apart, and then chest lifted, looking to the floor, elbows soft. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out, zipping from the back through to the front, and then we're going to lengthen and reach the arm in front of us. And breathing, return. Breathing out, engage, and then we're going to lengthen the leg and reach behind. And breathing, return. Breathing out. Lengthen and reach with your arm. Breathing, return. Lengthen and reach with the leg. And in. Lengthen and reach with the arm. Breathing out, engage, lengthen and reach. Opposite hand. Lengthen and reach. And leg. Engage, lengthen and reach. One more. Engage through, lengthen and reach. And the leg, lengthen and reach. Just stay at a level if that's hard enough for you. We're going to move up to our both legs and arms together. So breath in to prepare. Breathing out, we're going to engage and come up and in. Breathing out, engage, lengthen, reach. And lengthen and reach. And in. Breathing out, engage. And in. And stay at that level if you wish to. If you want an extra little challenge this time, when you engage, lengthen, reach, stay. And then open to the side, arm and leg. Breath in, return, back in. Breath in, breathing out, engage. Lengthen, reach, hold, open, back in, fall back in. Engage, reach, open, in, back to center. Lengthen and reach, side, in, and back. Two more. Open, and back in. Last one. Side, and back in. Well done. Have a shell stretch. Just release your wrists. And then push yourself back up. Come sitting. We're going to change the hoop on the foot. Just going to put a hoop on the other one. Head cushion the other side. Bending our knees. A band between our legs. Feet in line with our bottom. Lengthen your arm. Head cushion between our arm and our leg and our head. Top hip nice and long. creating that little waist space under our waist, looking towards us. Breath in to prepare, breathing out, zipping from the front, come up. Breathe in to hold. You're going to bring your knee to 90, flex your foot. Breath in, breathing out, and you're going to push against the band. Breathe in, return, and out. Eight, two more, 9, 10. You're going to stay nice and long. Point your foot. You're going to draw a line forward, flex, and rub it off. Point and flex. Breathing out and in. Breathing out. Keep that core engagement. Zipping from the front. Or using your pelvic floor from the back through to the front. Three more. 8, 9, 10. And we're going to stay long and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And fold. Let go of the band. Give your bottom a rub. Move the head cushion. Push yourself up with your hands. Come to your hands and knee. We're going to do the other side. So hold the band with your other hand. Center position. Knees aligned with hips. Bottom tucked under. Hands shoulder width apart. Elbows soft. Chest lifted. Breath in to prepare. Breathe out, engage. I'm going to lengthen and reach with the arm. First, in return. Engage, lengthen and reach with the leg. In return. Engage, lengthen and reach with the arm. In return. Engage, lengthen and reach with the leg. Breathing out as we lengthen and reach. Into return. We're going to go with opposites. Breathing out and in. Breathing out, engage, lengthen and reach. And we can add the opening as we reached, and we're going to open to the side and in. So stay at the level that you feel comfortable with today. Breath in. 2 more. Engage, come and extend. Open and close. Last one. And in. And we shall stretch. Perfect. And you're going to come to your sitting position. Take the band off of your foot. Sitting position and lowering yourself onto your mat with your head cushion underneath your head. finding your position first. So feet and knees together. Open our toes, open our heels. Feet and legs in our train tracks parallel. Finding your neutral pelvis. So finding your tray of drinks. And your little blueberry underneath your back. I'm going to show you the arm movements first. So we'll bring the band in our hands above our shoulders. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out. You can open to the side, one arm, pull on the band. Breathe in, return. And out. Opposite hand behind us. Breathe in, return. And I'm going to pull to the side. And go behind. Pull to the side. And behind. Pull to the side. And behind. Remembering, as we pull the band behind us, we keep the ribs nice and soft and onto the mat. Because you've got the band in your hands, as we reach behind, you're not going to go very far because the bands give you a bit of resistance. That's fine. Okay, we're going to leave the hands here for now. We're going to do our legs. So we're going to start with level 1. We're going to do level 1, breath in to prepare, breathing out, lengthen and draw a line onto the mat with our foot. Breathe in, return. Breathing out, open to the side for hip twist. Breathe in, return. Breathing out, engage, lengthen and draw a line. Breathe in, return. Breathing out, open to the side. Breathe in, return. And again, lengthen. And in. Side. And in. Lengthen. And in. Side. And in. And we're going to add the arms with that movement. So hand above our shoulders, band in our hands. As we lengthen the leg, the same arm, opposite arm is going to go behind. Breathe in, return. As we open to the side, opposite arm is going to pull to the side. Breathe in, return. Breathe out, opposite and arm and leg. Breathe in, return. Breathing out, opposite arm and leg to the side. Breathe in, return. So I need to keep at that level. Just remember that as we lengthen forward, want to keep the pelvis in our neutral position. And as we open to the side, we want to keep that tray of drinks level. Perfect. So stay in that position if that's enough for you. If you want an extra challenge, come up with me to single tabletop. And we're going to do the same movements in a single tabletop. Lengthen, arm behind, in. Breathing out, leg to the side, in. And we're going to swap leg. Breathing out, engage to come up to single tabletop. Breath in to hold, out to engage, lengthen. Breathing to return. And breathing out, zip up to the side. Breathing, return. Remembering as we're in single tabletop, when we open to the side, the knee and the foot goes together. The movement's coming from the hip. So stay at that level if you feel that's comfortable enough. If you want an extra challenge, come up to single tabletop and put your ribs double tabletop. And we're going to do exactly the same. And side. Lengthen, hip twist. Lengthen and reach. Hip twist. Remembering our tray of drinks. Remembering our blueberries. Making sure there's only one blueberry underneath our lower back. And as we hip twist also, making sure the other knee is not moving with us. It stays nice and put. Keep going at the level that you want to be. Oops. Keeping that core engagement. We'll do one more on each side. Last one. And if you're in double tabletop, you want to lower one leg at a time. Let go of your band and bring your knees to your chest. Have your rock. Perfect. You're going to take your band and put it around your thighs. You're going to do a knot with it, quite tight, around your thighs. Put your knees down. We're going to do our scissors. We're going to start with the lowest level as well again. So breath in to prepare all our key elements in place for our 12 drinks and our little blueberry. Breath in to prepare, breathe in out, zip, come up, bring your heels towards your bottom and lift the leg up to single tabletop. And then from the hip, you're going to lock the knee, you're going to lower the foot down and tap the foot and come back in. Breathing out, tap, and in, tap, and in. In. Breathing out, tap the toe. Breathing in to return. Remember, it's a hinge movement from your hip. 2, 1. Lower the foot down. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out, engage. Bring the heel towards your bottom. Lift the foot up to single tabletop. Breath in to hold. Breathing out, hinge forward. Tap the foot. In to return. Remember, the knee is locked. The knee is not bending. It's just the hip that's moving. Tap. Tap. Keeping that little blueberry intact underneath our lower back. Keeping that core movement. 3, 2, 1. So stay at that level. If you find that level hard enough, just do one leg at a time. So maybe do 5 repetitions on one leg, 5 on the other, or 10 or 10, depending how you feel today. If you want a bit more challenge, you're going to come up to single tabletop. Breath in to hold. As you breathe in out and tap your foot, you're going to lift the other one. And then do the reverse. Remember, it's coming from the hip. So, you're hinging forward from the hip. Your knee is locked. Breathe in. Breathing out. And in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. If you want extra work, you can do 2 out breath. In. 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 Keeping the knee locked. In. 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 Last one. And down. Oh, that was hard. Okay, well done. Bring your feet and knees towards your chest. Take the band away. Oh, perfect. You're going to undo the knot. It's probably quite tight now. So excuse me if it takes me a bit of a while. Okay, done it. And we're going to put the band across our hips. Holding it with our hands, hold tight, feet closer to our bottom. We're going to do our shoulder bridge. Up, we're taking the hip cushion away from our heads as well. So breath in to prepare, breathing out, engage, zipping from the back through to the front. We're going to squash our blueberry, squeeze our bottom and lift against the band. Come up to our single top, to our shoulder blades. Breath in, out, return the spine to the band, to the floor. Breath in, breathing out, squash your blueberries, squeeze your bottom. Come up, breathe in and hold, and release down. Breathing out, come up and push against your band. Breathing and hold. Breathing out to return your spine. Breathing out, come up. Breathing and hold. And down. Breathing out, come up and hold. And down. And again. Hold. Breath in and down. So if you are happy with that level, stay there. If you want an extra challenge, come up with me as we come up to our shoulder bridge. And this time, with our straight back, we're going to lower halfway and squeeze back up. Lower halfway, squeeze. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, hold, and lower your spine down. Breath in, breathing out, come up, hold, and halfway down, 1, squeeze, squeeze, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lower down. Well done. Excellent. I'm going to put your band to the side. Feet and knees together. Arm open like an aeroplane. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out to lower your legs to one side. Roll your head to the other. Breath in. Breathing out to come back up to the center, into the middle, and out to the side. Breath in. Breathing out to come back to the middle. Breathe into the center. Breathing out lower. And in. And out back to the middle. Breath into the center. And out lower to the other side. Breath in. And back to the middle. Open your toes. You're going to rest one ankle onto your knee. Bring your knee to your chest. Use your elbow to stretch your bottom. Breath in. Deep breath in and out. Now we're going to lower the foot down. Put your ankle onto the other one. Come up. Use your elbow to stretch your bottom. Deep breath in. And lower down. We're going to use the band to stretch the legs. We're going to put the one foot into the band. Not in the hoop, just in the middle of the band. We're going to hold the band tight and we're going to stretch the foot towards the ceiling. Feet flex, pushing our heel towards the ceiling and pushing on the band with our hands to bring our leg as close to us as possible. Trying to keep our blueberry intact as well. Pushing the back of our leg. Trying to push the heel towards the ceiling. Extending the leg as far as it can go. And you're going to hold band with the opposite hand of the leg that's in the air. Put the other hand on the floor. And then you're going to, with that hand, pull the straight leg across the bent knee. And the bent knee is going to come behind the bent leg. Pushing your heel towards the ceiling. Deep breath. You should feel the stretch on the side of your leg. All the way up across to the top of your hip and the back. And then you're going to release the band, uncross your leg, take the band out. You're going to swap leg. Foot in the band. Push with your heels towards the ceiling and push on the band to bring your foot towards you. Trying to touch the ceiling with your heel. Deep breath in. You're going to hold the band with the opposite hand. And pull that leg across the bend knee behind a straight leg. Push with the heel towards the ceiling. going to roll onto your side. Push yourself up with your hands to your hands and knees. Perfect. Bottom tucked under, all our key elements in place. You're going to lift our tail up, head out. And then tuck our tail under, rounding the spine, head in. Lifting the tail out, head out. And the other way, rounding, tucking that tail under, as far as you can go. Head in. And then we're going to go the other way, lifting the tail up and out. And tucking that tail under, rounding up, head in. And lifting the tail up, rounding the other way. Breathe in. We're going to come up to our neutral. We're going to thread the arm under our other one. Reach as far as we can go. And then lower ourselves down. Breathe in. Breathe out, push. And we're going to open to the ceiling. And in, return. Breathe out, thread, reach as far as you can reach, lower down, right in, and as we breathe out, we come back up and open, and in, breathing out, thread the needle, reach and lower, and then open back to the center, and open to the ceiling. Other side, thread and reach, and then lower. Breath in, and back up. Open to the ceiling. And perfect. You can tuck your feet under if you can, and come and sit on your heels. If not, just use your roll down to come back up in your own time. Nice and slowly. Hands in front of your knees. Push and roll onto your feet. Grab the band so that it's not too far away from you. And use your roll down to come back up. Before you come all the way up, you can put the band underneath the feet. And use your roll down to come back up. Put the band around underneath our feet. Hold it quite tight. Pull on the band. And then we're going to shrug our shoulders and let the band pull our shoulders down. Shrug our shoulders and let the band pull us, elongate our shoulders down. And shrug. And let go. Feel where the band is pulling around the neck, around your collarbone. And shrug. And go. And this time we're going to tuck our chin to our chest. Roll our shoulders forward. And then use the band to do our roll down nice and slow. One vertebra at a time. Hips and bottom. Going as far as we can. Letting go of the band. Holding down here. And letting the shoulders circle the arms one way and the other, and then rolling back up. Shoulder back, rolling the shoulders backwards, gliding the shoulder blades. Shrug your shoulders, shrug your legs, and you're all done for today. Well done. See you next time.